morning, everybody. You are tuned to Computer Studio now on the Nissan Communications Network. I'm Amnon, your host for the next hour or so, along with Nick.
Good morning.
Good morning. And Spence is here.
I can barely move. I'm still stuffed from Thanksgiving.
And Katie's here.
Burning.
Good morning. Gal is going to join us shortly. Our number is 561-518-9773. And today's show is made possible by VMix Software and is sponsored by Tom Sinclair of Live Streaming Gear. Happy belated Turkey Days. Turkey Day. Well, I should say Turkey Days. Who's still eating turkey?
I still have some in my fridge.
Okay,
I stretch that stuff out.
Yeah.
I get a lot of leftovers from different places, so I'm like, yes, let me hoard this.
Yeah.
Pam likes to make unusual vehicles for leftovers. So last night we had Thanksgiving pizza
Oh,
with
that's a great idea.
stuffing and turkey and gravy and cranberry sauce and vegetables on it, and it was really good. I mean, it wasn't, the form itself was not exactly what you would call a pizza, but it was out on a flat dough and cut into triangular
Was it in the
slices.
form of a vehicle?
No, vehicle.
Yes, it was a gravy boat.
That's it.
Yeah.
One was an airplane, other was a car. Yeah.
It's the only way Spence will eat his food. It's become a real problem for Spence's wife. It has to be in vehicle form. It's become a real pain in the ass.
Talking about food, AI nutrition tracking features in popular fitness apps are producing wildly inaccurate calorie and macro counts despite promises to simplify food logging through automated photo analysis. The Verge tested AI-powered nutrition tools in Ladder, Aura Advisor, January, and MyFitnessPal.
That's a big one.
Ladder's AI estimated the outlet carefully measured 355 calorie breakfast at 780 and got the macro breakdown wrong even after the reviewer manually edited entries to include exact brands and amounts. Just be careful.
Well, this is less of an AI issue and more of, and I mean, this is the unfortunate reality of calling everything AI.
Yeah.
Because what you're really describing is not AI, it's image detection, which is not inherently AI. I mean, image detection has existed for a very long time. And so with all of these apps, I guess they're now offering where you just take a picture of what you're eating and it is guessing based on image detection what it is and what the counts are on it. So it's not that's not really AI in my book.
Yeah, well,
I mean, you for 15 years now, you've been able to go to Google and upload an image and say, find this image, and it does that. Would you consider that AI? I mean, I don't.
And on the same track, in an essay published in The Verge, Benjamin Riley argues that today's AI boom is built on a fundamental misunderstanding. Language modeling is not the same as intelligence.
Correct.
The problem is that according to current neuroscience, human thinking is largely independent of human language, and we have little reason to believe ever more sophisticated modeling or languages will create a form of intelligence that meets or surpasses our own. It can't think, and that's the problem.
Well, some of it can think.
Only to compare things that it's got in its banks.
Very true.
Yeah. Another thing that was there about ChatGPT. Oh, no, go ahead, Nick.
I was just going to say, I mean, this is not too dissimilar from, it is pretty different, but if you'll go back, probably 8 years or so, we talked about it here, the blockchain
Yep.
spike when you'd be watching TV and IBM would be having a commercial for Newton, and it was with blockchain technology, and then you started seeing it wasn't as widespread as AI because the end user can use AI, unlike blockchain, which you don't is a kind of a back end tool. You don't really see it. But we saw the same thing with blockchain. Everything was blockchain for when Bitcoin was getting hot, and it of course turned out to be nonsense.
There was another article that I read that was saying I mean, ChatGPT cannot tell time. It just doesn't have the ability to tell you. I mean, you can't ask it, what time is it?
Really?
Says that every now and then you get this answer and then that answer. And they said that, and the author compared it, he said, this is like a person on a deserted island full of books and all kind of knowledge, but no watch. So
Yeah,
they
it's interesting.
can't.
I just asked mine. I said, "What time and date is it currently?"
Yeah.
It says it's Saturday, November the 30th. It says it's Saturday,
Yeah.
November the 30th, which is wrong. It's
Yeah.
something. And based on your profile time zone, which is -5 UTC, the current time, local time, is approximately 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it thinks that it's a
Uh,
Saturday though. That's odd because that's a
and
cat.
they
That's
say
not
you
a.
can ask it again and it'll say something else.
Well, let's see.
Um,
I'm going to ask it again.
ask it again and see what you get this time.
It is Saturday, once again, November
Yeah.
30th, approximately 9:15 a.m.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't understand why it can't look at
A
sites that
server
have.
time?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't know what time zone you're in.
Yeah,
mean,
that's
that's the
true.
issue.
That's true.
I mean,
Yeah.
but
But obviously it knows what time zone you are in.
well, it knows what time zone I'm in because I guess I have fed it so
Yeah,
much
right.
stuff that it
Yeah.
presumes I'm on the East Coast. But
But
it is
it's
interesting. I don't know why it's saying it's Saturday because the calendar. I mean, the calendar is set for like
yeah, well,
hundreds of years. Like you
right.
could literally go and pull a calendar for like 2050 right now. So I'm going to challenge it. Are you sure it's Saturday based on
Yeah, the article said that sometimes he'll just say, I don't know.
All right. So I've asked it is it sure it's Saturday based on the date? Good catch. You're right to question it. November the 30th, 2025 is a Sunday, not a Saturday.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean it's the information is kind of there, but it's not it can't just answer you. And it's very interesting. We got to be thinking, oh wow, ChatGPT gives you all kind of complicated results for all kind of things. And here is a simple thing like, what time is it? Nope.
Well,
Just
and again, this comes down to the absurd marketing
Mhm.
that exists around AI.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Chat GPT is not AI. It's a large language model.
Right.
It's not. There's no like you were saying. There's no intelligence. It's
Right.
what stuff it's ingested and what stuff it can spit back out. It knows the rules of English and a bunch of other languages to fix sentences and knows proper grammar. But that's not intelligence.
Right. Right. Yep.
I've noticed it's starting to slip a lot more as of late. I've been rather disappointed with
Like
some of this.
for instance.
I mean, I use so every single morning, right after 6 o'clock, after I finish the Carolina Journal show,
Mhm.
I type up the I do because the show in Charlotte is in a rated market. I have to produce what is called a PPM report. So I block out I have to write a short description for every segment. So I do that every morning with the time and everything. And then I dump it into Chat GPT to generate a summary and a title for the episode. And it is consistently mislabeling people, giving them the wrong attributes, former President Trump, Attorney General Josh Stein, which is not
Mhm.
Josh Stein is the governor. Trump is currently the president.
Right.
It'll say that Roy Cooper is still the governor, even though he's the former governor. So it's just constantly slipping on stuff like that
Wow.
until I correct it. And then I'll say, hey, actually, Josh Stein is the current governor of North Carolina. And it'll go, oh, thanks. And it'll say memory updated.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And this is
But again, that's due to the fact of the information that it had ingested at
Yeah.
a certain point. And it's not a hive mind. So I mean, your account on ChatGPT is very different than anybody else's. I mean, they're all kind of siloed things.
all right. Did you know that solid state drives sitting unpowered in drawers or storage can lose data over time because voltage gradually leaks from their NAND flash cells? And consumer grade drives using QLC NAND retain data for about a year, while TLC NAND lasts up to 3 years without power. More expensive MLC and SLC NAND can hold data for 5 and 10 years, respectively. The voltage loss can result in missing data or completely unusable drives. Hard drives remain more resistant to power loss despite their susceptibility to bit rot. Most users relying on SSDs for primary storage in regularly powered computers face little risk since drives typically stay unpowered for only a few months at most. The concern mainly affects creative professionals and researchers who need long-term archival storage. So if
Yeah,
you
but I'm going to push back on that. I mean,
Okay.
you're not using an SSD for long-term archival storage. I mean, they're still relatively expensive, right?
Right, I mean,
When I'm thinking archival storage, we're talking about terabytes of data. I mean, we're not talking about a couple hundred gigs. We're
Petabytes.
talking about terabytes, petabytes. You're not doing that on solid state drives that you're throwing
are.
out of your computer.
You are.
That you're taking out of your computer?
Well, you're thinking computer, but you need to think data centers and clusters.
Yeah, but this
Uh,
is the whole point of this is these are drives that are not
Not
powered
powered,
on or
yeah.
plugged in for months on end. I'm thinking I can see when people take hard drives, a 30, a 60 terabyte hard drive, and unplug it and it's not powered on. But when are you doing that with an SSD? I agree with you, Gal, in a cluster, but
well, on the consumer side, you
Yeah.
have a ton of people buying portable SSDs.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good point. But
But,
the highlight
portable
data
SSDs were
researchers-
never a good backup plan.
No.
Correct. Yeah.
They're a good be portable plan, but that's it. If you're in business and you're moving large files around, you're traveling around and you want a fast access, great, because you're constantly using it. So, yeah,
Well-
like you said, I wouldn't
I'm
put,
just surprised to hear that whatever your last comment was, Amnon, data researchers and scientists, like they're not if you're an actual data researcher, like I'll just mention, you've got a cluster of storage that is readily available. You're not taking it out and putting it in a box and a shoebox and hiding it under your
Well,
bed. I mean,
I mean, I can tell you, one of our customers is a seasonal sports franchise,
Mhm.
right? And they shut down their cluster off season. But it means that when the season renews and they run the cluster again, they do not rely on any data that was there before, right? So it's like they treat it as a brand new cluster.
Now, let me ask you this: when when this person or this company is shutting down its cluster, is that something that they physically have on site, or is this in the cloud somewhere?
Well, this specific no, this is everything that I'm talking about is the customer owning the hardware.
So even
So
if you shut down a cluster, like shut down a computer, but it's still plugged into the wall, there's
not.
still going to be. It's not.
No. What I
Oh,
mean
okay.
shut down is it's not. That's why they're
Gotcha.
doing it, because otherwise there's costs of energy, right? You do not want that.
No, but I'm saying if you have a server and you shut it down, completely shut it down, but leave it plugged into the wall, that would there's still enough trickle energy from the computer itself having power, not being on, but having power to probably a drive is still not drawing any energy at that
Well,
point.
I can tell you that what we instruct customers is that there's a number. I don't remember if it's in weeks or months, right? That we say you must have power for the system. So in order for bit rot not to happen. So yeah.
Sure.
Bitrot is with hard drives, not SSDs. They
Not
say.
bit rot. It's basically it's similar, right? Because it's the magnetic properties. Well, it's not necessarily magnetic. It's but the flash memory can erode over time without power, right? So
That's what they were saying.
yeah.
You sure it
That's-
isn't cosmic rays?
Yeah,
It might be.
So
I
I'm-
don't
I'm-
know.
And that, no, that's a real thing.
Yeah,
It is,
no,
yeah.
it might be. Yeah,
I mean, I
it
was-
definitely
Flip
might
bits.
be a factor. Yeah.
I was trying to find out, and I couldn't find any information. If, let's say, you have a computer that you don't use anymore, it's got SSDs. If you power it up every 6 months, does that actually kind of like
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because
Yeah, but 6
the
months is too long.
the NAND is the NAND flash is getting its voltage.
Okay.
I'd be I'm not saying ignore this. Obviously, this is a real thing. God works in this enterprise, and they have guidelines for it. But I guarantee I've got SSDs in the closet. I'm sure that have been on power for 5 years, and I guarantee you, if I chuck those in an enclosure right now, they work completely fine.
Well, keep in mind that these chips, right? It's not just the memory. They have
the controllers?
alongside the data, there is enough additional data to make sure integrity of the data is there. So it depends
Sure.
on the quality of the drive, right? But usually, even if you have bad bits of memory, right?
Did we lose Gal, or did I lose myself?
You're muted.
Yeah,
Gal.
you got muted. I'm thinking something here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go back.
my computer understood that I was talking crap, and it said, yeah.
That's
So
what-
I don't know how much it went through, but basically there is error correction and bad block management usually baked into the drives themselves today. So
Well,
But
it's
it's supposed to be
like
safe.
they said that if you're using the computer, I mean, end users that use the computers is fine. It's when it's long time, and nobody. I mean, they said, to me, to say that it's anywhere from like the good ones for 5 to 10 years. I mean, come on. It's we would normally do something with those drives.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to say
But-
this for the end user. I'm guilty of this. You get a new SSD, which
Yeah.
I, did a couple of years ago when I built my computer. You put new drives in, and then you take the old ones out. Now, fortunately, I don't have anything on them that I haven't already moved over, but they have been sitting off in
Yeah.
my closet here for at least 5 years now. They're
Mhm.
just sitting there. I mean, they're
Yeah.
safe. They're not just
It'll be
rolling
interesting.
around in a box.
It'll be
If
interesting
you
to try.
format them, you can use them, but you
Yeah.
cannot rely on the data on them. That's
I'd
all
be
it
ver-
says.
This week I'm gonna throw shuck a couple of them into a drive sled and see what happens.
That'll be interesting to know. Absolutely.
If you want to
Thanks, you-
reactivate them, Nick, you just put them in the microwave for 15 seconds.
Okay, it jumpstart them a little bit.
That's it. It re-energizes all the.
The capacitors, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vince, do you realize we live in an era where we have like throwaway SSDs that we forgot about?
What about flash drives? Are those? Because I mean,
It's the
Christ
same.
Almighty,
It's
I'm sure
NANDs.
Amnon, you've got flash drives that haven't been touched in 15 years, and I'm probably just as guilty as well. That sit in a box. Like, is that
Same.
just as susceptible?
More
I-
because
Yeah.
they have less of a smart controller. Like, yeah, much more. I'll give you more than that. A USB stick that you just drop to the floor, right, might have corrupted data in it. Just because of the shock and the movement. It can happen, even though it's electronics and it's not supposed to. So yeah.
Kingston made a, or was it Kingston? Kingston, the
Memory
manufacturer. Yeah, they. I remember for a long time I had their. They had a line called the Data Traveler. It was meant to go on your key ring, and I was very impressed with as much, crap as that drive went through on a key ring, banging around in pockets, dangling from the dashboard of the or dangling from the ignition in the car, being dropped in and out of the car into the snow, all the stuff. It always worked. I was always very impressed with that line. It was just one drive, but I think it still works. I don't use that key ring anymore, but it's still sitting on there.
That's because it was a little tiny spinning drive.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Like it was an original iPod. Yeah.
That's it.
All right.
Let's talk about that. I have one of the original iPods. Well, it was an iPod video, so it was a little bit of an upgrade from the original one. It still works. It's our nighttime white noise machine.
Oh, there you go.
It's sitting in a cradle of a speaker that every night that's what we play. It's like 10 hours straight of white noise. And I mean, you could do it with YouTube, you could do it with all kinds of other sources, yes. But this is just what we've used for 15 years.
That's terrible.
Not that I
Vince.
said that.
No, nobody's tracking you.
No.
Come on.
I've got a physical device I use for the noise. That's my
Yeah.
go-to.
It's a cat.
Yeah, well, that's also annoying too. Yeah.
There's some really cool white noise out there now.
There's commercials on TV. I saw something. I don't remember what I was watching. Maybe it was Fox or it was either Fox or CBS watching football a couple weeks ago, and there was an advertisement for, I don't remember the name of it. It wasn't a good ad, for some sort of noise, some sort of sleep noise app, I think is what it was. I don't remember what the name of it was.
It's one for people who grew up in the inner city. It's a continuous loop of gunshots.
Yeah, gunshots, trains, car
Yeah,
horns,
that's right.
trash cans being banged at 3:30
Now you
in the
feel, oh, I'm
morning.
at home. I moved to the country and it's so quiet I can't sleep.
That's a real thing.
It is a real
People
thing.
that from like high capacity cities move to the country, can't sleep. There's no noise.
Or one issue was when they started to build more high rises, the further people were off the street, they didn't get the street noise anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird, but
All right. Some Dell and HP laptop owners have been befuddled by their machine's inability to play HEVC /H265 content in web browsers, despite their machine's processors having integrated decoding support. Laptops with 6th generation Intel Core and later processors have built-in hardware support for HEVC decoding and encoding. AMD has made laptop chips supporting the codec since 2015. However, both Dell and HP have disabled this feature on some of their popular business notebooks.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
that is
Sixth gen though is really
No,
real old. Yeah.
No, they said that it was introduced in 6th gen, but they did on what did they disable?
They said that sixth generation Intel Core and later processors have built-in hardware support.
Right.
But since but they say, however, both Dell and HP have disabled. They don't say when. On
But
some
that's the
of
thing,
their
which models,
popular
right? Like
popular business notebooks.
My guess would be older notebooks in an attempt to, well, not speed them up. I don't know. I would guess I
no,
would
it's
guess
not about
7th,
speeding.
8th, 9th gen that maybe
It's
it's
about
disabled.
paying royalties here. It's not about anything else.
Well, why would
That's
they
the
be paying
thing.
the royalties? Wouldn't it be Intel paying the royalties since it's baked into the Intel chip?
I am guessing if you do not activate it, you do not pay the right. It's like
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
something is
It-
missing from the article though. Like any meaningful detail.
Well, the details, yeah, they're not there. And I was going to say,
6th gen, let's just be clear. 6th gen is 10 years ago. I just retired my i7 6th gen PC that I bought in 2016, 9 years ago. So, what is the article about, right? That's
the point
like,
is,
what are they warning you against? Something.
The point is, if you have a Dell or HP laptop and you cannot play HEVC on A or H.265, I don't know if that the disabling is actually in the chips themselves, or is it through software? Just say, hey, turn it off, and you
No,
can
it's
turn it on. I don't know.
So here are a couple of the models: Dell Pro 16 Plus. These are all new. Dell Pro 14, Latitude 3550, HP ProBook 460 GL, ProBook 465 GL, and EliteBook 665 GL, and other similar business models. The affected devices generally feature Intel Core Ultra 100V and 200V CPUs. So those are I think to Gal's point, these are newer devices that
Hmm.
they are not that maybe they're not paying for the license.
Maybe we'll hear some more about it later.
The good news is you can go to the Microsoft store and get the HEVC video extension codec from Microsoft for 99 cents, and that apparently fixes the problem. So I guess that's a pretty I'm just reading over a tech spot that apparently is pretty.
But it's
easy,
interesting. I mean,
fix.
then why do they disable it if they can load it? I mean, they put enough
Because they don't want
bloatware.
to the point, and Gal's muted, but to the point that Gal made earlier, you can't. These companies are just. It's probably pennies, but they don't want to pay it. So, and if we're being honest, I'm not justifying the action. How many of these people are decoding HEVC content in browser on their computer?
YouTube is HVAC right now.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. If it's not available, it's not going to not play. It will just roll back to
Ooh.
H.264.
But it's a huge reduction in bandwidth, right?
No question about it. But let's say you buy this laptop, one of these laptops for your grandmother. Is she encoding or decoding HEVC content? Probably not, and that's the gamble. And if you want to, go to the Microsoft store and spend 99 cents. That's their solution.
I mean, it all depends if she wants her porn in 4K, right?
That's a good point. Yeah.
I get a lot of videos from Marshall that he shows me his cameras up there in the mountains and stuff. I mean, and on the computer, I don't have a codec for that, and it right away it says cannot.
Yeah, but if you disable hardware acceleration on your browser,
now this is older computer. Remember, this is not. This is probably a 6.
I understand. And that's why if you disable hardware acceleration on the browser, it'll work. It'll be choppy, but it'll work.
No.
Because it
No,
moves
I
to
just tell
software
them.
decoding.
I just and that I wonder if this is coming from an iPhone. If the iPhone by default with videos.
Yes, that could also be, and that's a different format. That's HEIC is the
Oh yeah, that's
iPhone
right.
format.
It's
So,
HEVC. You're right.
which is a huge pain in the ass to deal with as well.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
We can we take a quick break and
Absolutely.
talk about Black Friday? Did anybody
Yeah.
any-
Yeah.
anybody
Please do.
I was
buy
just about
any-
to
buy
say,
anything? Yeah, what you
I-
got,
Yes.
Katie? How much did you
I-
spend?
Well, I only bought one thing, and
Oh, wow.
I've been looking for a laptop for a really long time, and I don't want a performance laptop because in order to do what I do, I'd have to spend over $2,000 because it's graphic intensive to make video work. But I got a laptop under $400 from Costco, and it's nothing special, but I needed something, and it has a terabyte of space, so that was the main thing. And I don't even know what brand it was. All I saw is that the laptops I've kind of been eyeing dropped under $400, and I was like, mine, and that's it. So
Do you
not
have a
very
model
exciting.
Do you have a model number or spec on it?
Yeah, let me. Somebody else talk about their thing, and then I'll find mine.
Well, I found a way to buy a Switch 2 20% off.
Costco gift cards?
The gift cards on Costco or Sam's Club or
Yeah.
whatever, because they sell them in. It's not you're laughing, but up until a month it wasn't possible, because the way it works is you need to load those gift cards into a Nintendo account, and then you can purchase the hardware with Nintendo.
So you're laundering
month
those
ago-
cards.
But the thing is, a month ago, Nintendo lifted the limit from $150 total gift card credit in the account to $800.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, and so now you can load $500 worth of gift cards. So I actually bought 600 worth because the device itself is 500, right? And you'll need some online access and you'll need tax. So I purchased that, and today we're gonna do the purchase of a Switch Nintendo 2 as a present for my young kid who is 24.
Hey, nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah.
I saw that on Slick Deals this week. The one of the front page deals was what Gal's describing, and there was a couple of there was a couple of other like places too that you could kind of build up gift card credit. It's an interesting concept. Were you nervous, Gal, that like you were going to spend $600 on Nintendo gift cards and get shafted if like something happened?
I mean, of course, I'm still worried, but it still seems. First of all, these gift cards, they're wrapped, so if I lose something, I'm gonna lose $100. Okay,
That's a good point.
but and he's gonna use it anyway because he does have Switch and stuff. So it's not. But yeah, it's what I only pulled the trigger only after seeing a page at Nintendo site showing the limits and all that. And so yeah, makes total sense.
I found my laptop, and I shared the link in the Discord. If Nick, if you want to pull it up, because
Yeah.
I don't know how to do all that crap. It's an Acer with a 15.6 touchscreen laptop with a Ryzen 5 and 1 terabyte of space.
With
It's-
16 gig of memory. That's nice.
Yeah, it's $380 right now on Black Friday sale.
Ryzen 5 is a very good processor. And this actually ties into, if you're faced today between choosing an Intel Core Ultra, right? Instead, not Core 12th or 13th generation. The Ultra is either the 14th or the 15th generation or something like that. They moved to call it Ultra. And you're looking at the Ultra versus a modern Ryzen, go with the Ryzen. At this point, Ryzen is at the lead of performance and usability and all of that. So
Yeah, when I was
Ultra
looking,
has what's that?
sorry, no, go ahead.
Just the Ultras, they have been disappointment in terms of price versus the performance increase. So go with the previous generation or with the Ryzen.
Yeah, I saw when I was looking, I just need a laptop really to access the internet and to run maybe 1 or 2 programs. Like I'm not looking as a work thing. I'm just looking at it for convenience. And so I didn't want to spend ideally over $400 for something, but I also didn't want a piece of crap laptop that would die in a couple years. And all of the Intel stuff when I was looking at it, it's like in that to get it down to that price range, it was like a i3 processor or whatever. And I don't know. It just I know there's i3, i5, i7. I know there's more, but like when I
Yeah.
was looking at the stuff and so to get something of similar quality, it was going to be around $600 and I was like, "Nah." So when I saw this, I was
So
like, "Okay, cool."
so this is something that you probably want to know. An i3 13th generation is a phenomenal processor. Okay? And it'll be cheap. The problem is it'll probably be shipped with just 8 GB of RAM. Just because manufacturers they don't build them with 16 gigabytes, which is probably what you want.
Yeah.
So an i3 13th generation, which is 1 or 2 generations back, right, is still better than paying full price on a new i3 Ultra. So and comparatively to an old i7 or anything before 12th generation, an i3 13th generation will be way better than an i7 11th generation. So the jump in performance there has been enormous. As long as you're not looking at anything that requires a GPU or anything like that, an i3 13th or 12th generation is a steal because it'll be very cheap and the performance you get is like a beefy machine of a few years back,
I
and
don't
it'll
know if
survive. It'll survive for a long time.
I don't know if I said this, but I got it at Costco.
Yeah, I know, I know.
I wish I would have taken some photos. I was up in Morehead City for Thanksgiving, and so Friday, my girlfriend and I wouldn't really have a whole hell of a lot going on. So I was like, "Oh, let's go out. Let's go peruse the town and see what's going on." So we walked into Best Buy, and they had a couple of computers on a table, kind of towards the back of the store, that were obviously their Black Friday deals. And they had three of them, kind of stacked up, maybe 6 or 8 per stack, and these things were dirt cheap. $189, $225. I think the most expensive was like in the low threes. Um, I didn't take a picture of them, but the $189 one had the new Intel Pentium processor, which I have no idea why Intel has brought that name back. Um, and I think 4 gigs of RAM got, which I don't even know if is a I think Windows 11's minimum is 4, so that must be why. But like just a garbage computer. I mean, you're literally buying e-waste at that price. It's not this is not a suitable system long term.
And it's
Yeah,
probably
interesting.
MMC memory.
Yeah, something like that. And if if it was a Chromebook, that would have 4 gigs is still way too low. But I mean, it would have been like, oh, that's not a terrible deal. But to have Windows running on a computer of that, to buy that for for less than $200 to have Windows running on it is just unless you have no other means, I would highly suggest you pass. It's not. I can promise you, it is not worth it. You are
Well,
buying garbage.
Katie mentioned Costco, right? And Costco are selling right now a laptop, if I'm recalling correctly, with a touchscreen based on Snapdragon. So it's ARM based,
Ah,
running Windows. I looked at it. The price was below 400 for sure. I don't remember if it was below 300. And to be truth, the specs looks awesome for anything that, like, anybody who uses the machine for browsing the web, um, and maybe running office apps, that'll run phenomenally well. Not only that, it'll be cooler because ARM processors, the thermals there they work completely different, and it'll last longer on the same battery because it's also energy efficient compared to the x86 architecture, right? So you're getting something that has the potential, and Windows on ARM has evolved substantially in the past 4 years. So it if you know that you do not have any x86 specific requirements, right? You're not running any bizarre tool from the past that is not maintained, and so it won't have the build for an ARM Windows binary, then it's also a phenomenal deal for a cheap laptop.
But you know what, Kyle? I'm gonna push back against you a little bit and say at that price at that point, you should seriously consider either if you're cheap is the way to go, an Android tablet at that point. I mean, why even bother running Windows if you're just doing light web browsing and Office apps? I mean, why not consider a
Because
Lenovo Tab or something with the keyboard attachment?
because I think the full blown keyboard on the built-in keyboard on a machine like that will probably be a lot more convenient than a detached keyboard. I know they all look very, very nice, but I've found them to be more clunky than an actual laptop. Uh, you can still run Android on it because you can run emulators that run Android on it, and you get Windows, right, with all of its utility. So um, and let's not forget, you can always slap Linux on it instead, right?
Good
And
point.
it's an excellent machine. Now, comparative in performance, we're talking about light casual gamers type specs, right? So the specs are better than those of a tablet for Android. So that was the interesting part.
I agree with Gall. I have an iPad that has a keyboard attachment, and it's nice and it's cool when I'm at a desk or a solid surface. But if I'm running around, and if I'm sitting in a chair and I need to type on my lap, uh, I was like, this is too inconvenient and frustrating. Because it's very flimsy. I mean, like, the iPad is built for convenience and quickly snap on, snap off the keyboard. So that's made my decision where it's like, okay, I actually need a laptop because I went for a while like I don't need a laptop. I can access the internet on my iPad. I can do what I need to, but it just became too frustrating. And now that I'm going into the stores and stuff and trying to type stuff up, I was like, this is annoying. So that's why decided to go with a laptop.
All right. So what else did you see that got your
I got
eye?
I got great deals on things like smoke detectors. I needed to refresh my smoke detectors in the house, and I got a 4-pack actually at Home Depot. It was a 25% off, and I bought some Wise stuff.
Hmm.
Actually, I bought a new battery. I have one of their stick vacuums, and it has a detachable battery you can recharge. And I was unhappy with the fact that I only had one. So they had a great sale on buying a second battery. So yeah, I
Nice.
didn't buy fancy multimedia stuff, but I was happy with the deals I got.
Uh,
I didn't really see anything that was of great this is now maybe the third Black Friday in a row where not not real and part of this is because of great website slickdeals.net if you are somebody that's constantly looking for something on sale. And we talked about it last week that Keepa plugin for watching prices, a lot of stuff is on sale almost all of the time. You just have to be mindful of it. So
Uh,
it kind of cheapens Black Friday and Cyber Monday to just like I bought Amnon, that tire inflator that I bought for my
mhm,
car that I showed you when I was over.
yeah.
I mean, it's on sale right now for like $18. I bought it for $18 3 months ago. I mean,
Yeah,
using
they're
the exact
I
same
was
deal. I mean, it just wasn't.
always
It's
doing
not on
sales.
sale.
I was going to say, in order to be unique, a merchant will come up and say, "Hey, we're having a full price event."
Yeah, it's
I will
just
Just to be
say,
hard.
different.
It's hard to do sales when you've got sites like Amazon
Yeah.
and hell, even Walmart now that are running big time sales all year round. I mean, it is consistent. Unless I'm in an emergency and need something, you just wait 30 days. If again, it's not something you desperately need, 30 to 45 days, it will be on sale somewhere in all likelihood.
my friends got
Um,
caught up into the hype because I have the same outlook. Like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, I mean, these sales are happening all the time. So it's not anything crazy, but they got caught up into it and they were one of the victims of the Target swag bag. And they showed up at 5:30 a.m. to wait outside Target to get their swag bag. And it turned out to be they got shampoo. They said they got shampoo, conditioner, lotion, a packet of Nerds, and Uno, the card game, and that's it. And I was,
Oh
I and
boy.
I love my friends, but I was like, "What are you doing? Like, none of this stuff is worth it. It's never worth it." And they went from Costco. Costco does have good deals, but like I just bought all the deals online. Like you don't have to go into the store.
Right.
And they went to Kohl's. They went like they traveled everywhere, but all of the heartache and all of the frustrations they're dealing with all these shoppers and stuff. I was like, you could have just done it online.
It seems to me like the people who actually attend the shops on Black Friday are there wanting to just see the meltdown happening.
Yeah.
Finding somebody that's gonna scream. It's like most spectators on a NASCAR track. They're waiting for the crash.
Yeah. And like the big toys anyway, so like when I was growing up in the 90s, like if you wanted that Elmo toy or that
yep.
Furby, you had to be at the store. Like you had to
And
be
you
one
had
of
to
the
sit
first.
there since midnight.
Yeah, you had to be one of the first 100 people. Now, you can't even get the hot toys because they've already sold out online. Like, or you could pre-order it. Like, I'm thinking about Pokemon cards. Like, you can't find Pokemon cards in the store, and you haven't been able to find them for like 6 months because they keep selling out at retail locations. So everybody's like buying them online to get it shipped to their house. It's like, what is the point of showing up at these stores when all of the inventory is already sold online or sold
Mhm.
out online. You can't find this stuff like the big hot ticket items like for the kids stuff.
Well, and I think this is the growing a great. This will be a greater question moving forward. And I was out on Friday, and it wasn't. I mean, it was kind of midday, so the hype that Katie just described of the 5:30, waiting in line kind of thing had already passed. I'm curious how much longer Black Friday will continue to be what it is because, and even I felt like even this year, I didn't see as much craziness as always, even online. Like I wasn't getting bombarded with ads that, oh, this store was having a Black Friday sale. Even on television, I watch a lot of professional sports. In the last couple of weeks, I haven't seen incessant numbers of commercials telling me to go to Kohl's or Target or Staples for Black Friday. By the way, Staples Black Friday was freaking atrocious. I mean, just literally their their Black Friday deal was buy a $700 printer and get $300 back worth of Staples credit. And I'm like, what
Yeah.
the hell is this? Like, what am I like? This is not a sale at all. What are you guys doing?
I think
Um, I just think it's gone. The magic is
well,
gone.
I yes, but I think we're not being advertised to because I just saw a statistic that said this week was the most amount of money that Black Friday has ever made. It made like 12 billion. Now I don't know if it was specifically with Amazon. Amazon keeps popping up when I read the headline. It was like $12 billion in sales in 3 days. So other people are buying a buttload of stuff and they're breaking records as far as like spending money over the Black Friday thing.
But see, you just said it. You just said it's on Amazon. That to me, yes, it is technically Black Friday, but that is not Black Friday in its traditional form.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Amazon
I
just had
think-
Prime Day, what, 2 months ago?
Yeah, I don't know, but to the realtors and stuff, or not realtors, the realty oh my gosh, why I keep saying realtors, whatever, the stores are
Retail.
The brick and mortar.
retail, there you
Yeah,
go,
retail,
the
there you go.
retail stores are making the most money ever, so it's not gonna go. I think the true sense of the word of Black Friday, maybe not how it was, it's just evolved into
Did you see
this.
the new guidance from Best Buy? They raised their guidance to much more positive because they're killing it, retail.
I'm surprised. I went into Best Buy on Friday afternoon. Half the store is appliances now, which I found interesting. I mean,
Smart, smart appliances.
smart appliances. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, interesting stuff. But I mean, the half the store was that. They had a relatively limited PC section, and then the rest of it was every major carrier had a representative there trying to sell an iPhone or some sort of new Galaxy something or other. So the first third of the store is cell phones. I would have guessed that's probably where they're making all their money. Is in the cell phone
Supposedly,
department.
they're what they said about it was that a lot of people are upgrading, that they put it off for several years because of the economy, and now they're finally saying, I can buy
Yeah. I mean,
upgrades.
I overheard one of the AT&T reps at Best Buy saying that they didn't. What's the current iPhone? 17? Is that the most recent one?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they don't have that they didn't have any more of those, so they were out of those at the Best Buy location that I was at.
Interesting.
I'll tell
But
you
they're
what's
all offering
keeping
very aggressive upgrade plans right now. I keep seeing the ads for it on TV.
Yeah, you haven't
Very
seen many
aggressive.
ads until recently about free phones
Yeah.
for moving to a different company.
Well, I mean, I was going to switch to AT&T some time ago because Costco had a great deal. Turned out it wasn't so great. I was at BJ's and I saw the AT&T stand and I just said, let's see. So I asked them and he worked it up. It was about $40 less than what the Costco AT&T kiosk was going to do. And I said, how come this is, he said, I don't know, but this is what it is. I did it on the spot. And it was great. I mean, Hannah got his iPhone 17 and she can keep her 12 for $5 more a month for the 36 months. And she said that was like $180. She said, this is great. Yeah. I mean, I have a backup. Kathy got the, it's a Galaxy
First Samsung Galaxy,
S25. Yeah. And I didn't get a new phone. I said, no, I'm staying with this now. I don't want to bother with having to go through this. I said, can I do it later? He
but
said,
tell
oh,
them,
yeah.
tell
What?
them what the bother was.
I don't know.
I
I
came
mean,
in. I
yeah,
came in
it was, I mean,
yesterday
Gal
and,
came by yesterday
yeah.
and I asked Gal, I said, Gal, what do you use these days to transfer stuff? He said, nothing, just put them next to each other.
Yep.
And for all practical purposes, yeah, it worked. It absolutely worked. So it was fine.
So
But
Amnon,
anyway.
you're gonna wait for the new Apple phone to come out. They finally are putting into test. They've 100 prototypes of a folding screen.
Ah,
$2,000
yeah,
that's
right.
going to cost for a phone.
I mean, if you look at the competition, it's not far off, right?
No,
The cheapest one from Google is 1800, I think, and the Galaxy one is similar. So yeah,
Yeah, I think that if
Yeah.
I remember right from the article, it was $2,100 was the targeted price point.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
sounds right.
They're getting the components from, like, they're getting the screen from Samsung, but
Nice.
they're
Now,
using other Amphenol and other companies to help them build the hinges and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But
Steve
How-
Jobs is turning in his grave.
How
yes,
how many of you have heard or had internet cable cut?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
That you heard about somebody who had their internet cable cut.
Oh, I
all
thought you
or-
meant accidentally cut.
You're
'Cause
the only one I know it happened to.
well, I
And-
had a guy that seeded my yard and he cut it
There
by
you go.
accident.
So, listen to this. Amazon's drone delivery program is under federal scrutiny after an MK-30 aircraft clipped an internet cable in Texas. And they had a video of it. And that wire, which was just coax, was way up in up in the sky, kind of, from what it looked like from the video. And yeah,
Huh.
it got tangled in it when it took off,
What?
and
A
it
drone,
cut
a
it.
drone.
A drone. I
Wow.
mean, and now it's a federal thing.
Why were there wires in the sky?
I guess, who knows? I guess
maybe it
they're.
was just on a utility pole.
I mean, our internet cable that comes in from Spectrum that we had, the coax was strung between two poles. No, between the pole and the house. This was but I mean, nobody when AT&T came and dug the fiber to come in and they cut the Google one, nobody investigated them.
Well,
So-
it
somebody in power got inconvenienced.
It's and it was just a customer. It wasn't like a business or anything. It was a house.
it might though be a multi-layered thing because with drones there's a lot of regulations about where you can and can't and fly them and you need to have licenses and permits and it's like really regulated. So uh I think this might be a multi-level kind of issue
I don't
versus
know.
like somebody cut my cord.
It was just ridiculous to see that these resources that can be used for something else, and they're investigating what happened here and and Amazon already apologized, paid to repair the cable and everything.
Oh, was it Amazon droid?
Yeah, drone
Drone.
delivery.
Ooh, oh. Okay. I thought it was maybe
But no, it wasn't
like-
somebody just flying a drone around. No, and
well,
it was
then in that
nice.
case, you go after Amazon because they've got a buttload of money, and you're like, oh, they convenience me. Maybe I see them for a
The
bunch of money."
video was really cool. I mean, after it got tangled and damaged one of the propellers, it had 6. It landed real smooth, and apparently in the story they said that it took off and it went to the next delivery. But it's just I mean
What
Sounds to
cities
me
have-
like an ad to Amazon drone delivery through a news article.
Wait, what cities have Amazon drones?
Big cities,
Apparently
Houston.
somewhere in Texas.
This is
Yeah.
Texas. They said this was
Yeah.
something
Texas.
somewhere in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
it's
trying it
interesting.
in a couple of. And
Um,
Walmart's doing it too in some places.
That's
That's
true. Yeah.
wild to me.
Yes, they do. You're right.
I really,
Um,
really think it's a bad idea.
Well, I mean,
it's gonna get to the point where it's expected. It's already the air traffic control rules are already so stringent for so many areas. Like Katie was saying, there's a lot going on with how all this stuff is controlled. But the rules for drone, I looked into it because I have a pilot's license, and it would have made it easier for me to become a drone pilot because I already had the background. But to be a commercial drone pilot, it's 2 years to get through all of the certifications and the training you need. But the point of it is that we're seeing incursions all the time near airports. But if they start filling the sky with all this stuff, what happens if one goes rogue?
Spence, you can bitch all day long.
I know
It's gonna happen.
it's going to happen.
So don't
But-
get overworked over it.
No,
It's
I'm just
going to
thinking-
happen.
I'm actually rethinking. I was very, feeling very safe about flying, and I'm starting to think that there are certain airlines that I probably would not fly on because their safety records are terrible.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe no major crashes, but smoke in the cabin, having all these issues where they got to land and everybody's got to jump off the slides. And it's like, wait a second, these are the majors. This is not happening to Breeze.
Hey, I'm
No.
flying Breeze in like 3 weeks. So
Yeah.
I did get excited.
Breeze is doing a great job. I mean, and the prices are great, and they go to
Oh, yeah.
places you can't make the flights that they have direct. You
I'm
can fly
flying,
from Raleigh, Durham
a
to Portland, Maine direct.
yeah, I'm doing a Velo and Breeze from RDU to Albany for
Yep.
Christmas.
I did get excited when I spotted my first Amazon robot thing, 4-wheeler that just like running on the sidewalk. It was I was in Greenville, North Carolina. I was on ECU campus, and these little like Amazon robots were like, and I was just like, look at it, it's the future. And then I was nervous about it because one of them had to do a crosswalk, and I was like, oh God, somebody help it.
For those of you who are thinking about upgrading memory, predictions are that memory is going to go up and up and up and up.
It's not a prediction; it's already happening.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
it's,
said that
it's absurd right now.
Lenovo is hogging and storing, buying whatever they can to keep in
You mean like hard drives?
64 gigabytes of RAM is going to run you close to $500.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
That RAM was less sub 200.
Yep.
3
Yep.
months ago.
Yep. And that's because of data centers.
Well,
I'm looking
it's
at this.
because of shortage. Yeah.
I'm looking at this. This is a 2-pack of Crucial,
Mhm.
very reputable manufacturer. 2 16 gig sticks. Back in October, late October, was $199 on Amazon. It is now $455.99.
Yep.
I'm currently trying to. I'm currently bidding on RAM on eBay as we speak for. I finally need to put 16 gigs of RAM in my laptop. It came with 8 when I bought it about 3 years ago, and I'm finally at the point where I need a little kick. So
When
buying
I
some
when I did my
laptop RAM.
when I did my solid state drive upgrade, I saw they had an open slot on mine, and I'm considering getting a stick.
Don't buy it now. Wait.
No, yeah, I'd like to add 8 more.
Yeah, I mean, even 8, you'll spend $100 on 8 gigs of RAM. It's absurd.
Mm.
I don't know. Yeah, but I do know why. It's just it's exploded in a very short. I mean, literally late
Well-
October. We're talking about the span of like a month and a half.
Are you looking at DDR5 right now?
Who, me?
Yeah, what you're looking at.
No, I'm 4, and Spence is probably 4 too.
That's 4.
Okay. Yeah.
I,
Because I'm
there's a
guessing
guy. There's a
DDR3 is
guy.
still cheap, right?
The guy goes
DDR3
through
or
my
DDR4?
neighborhood. Guy goes through my neighborhood and he pulls up and he's got a trench coat and he comes to the front door and he goes, "Hey, I got memory in the trunk. What can I do for
I mean,
you?"
seriously, I'm very thankful I'm not in the market for a new computer right now because it's absurdly expensive.
Yeah. I mean, it may just fall right back when things. I mean, a lot of these data centers are not happening. Actually, they're in plans.
It's not
and-
just because data centers, though. I mean, there's a mixture of things, right? One is there's a shortage of materials in certain region, and in others, there's all of the tariff wars and all that. They're affecting manufacturing and shipments, right? So
Okay, well,
The war with Russia, it's like there's so many factors. It's not just data centers. I'm not saying data centers are not a factor. They're one of the big ones, but there's a lot of factors.
I bought some cheap DDR4 RAM back in February when I built my server. I bought two 8 gig, or no, excuse me, two 16 gig sticks, 32 gigs for $67 from some, you know,
yeah.
bargain Amazon brand. That RAM is now selling for $229. And the brand is Silicon Power Gaming, whatever the hell that is. So, I mean, it's insane. Don't buy RAM. Just wait. I mean, literally just wait. I mean, unless you have absolutely no choice, just wait.
And on that line here, it says that Dell has predicted PC sales will be flat next year,
I'm sure they will be.
despite the potential of the AI PC and the slow replacement of Windows 10. They said we have not completed the Windows 11 transition. That's coming from Jeffrey Clark, the COO. In fact, if you were to look at it relative to the previous OS end of support, we are 10 to 12 points behind. And that point with Windows 11 that we were the previous generation. He said that means 500 million PCs can't run Windows 11, while the same number didn't need an upgrade to handle Microsoft's latest desktop OS. So it may be a good time next year to buy a computer. If sales are flat, they drop the prices. We'll see.
I'm considering, I have CarPlay in 3 different cars. One I added as an upgrade with a backup camera, very happy with it. And I've got another car now. I'm looking at trying to put something in. And if I go the Crutchfield way and get a custom cable made and all this stuff, it's going to cost at least $400.
Mm-hmm.
But you can go on Amazon now and buy an 8.1 inch CarPlay display. They call it a tablet, CarPlay tablet, for $39. And what it does is it connects to your phone using or your radio in the car using Bluetooth for audio sound. But it's literally your phone connects to the tablet with CarPlay.
Yeah.
And $39.
So I have the Ford I have is 2018, if I remember correctly, and it has CarPlay and Android Auto. What I bought was an adapter from Motorola that is plugged in at the USB. And the moment I enter the car and switch it on, it connects wirely to my Android Auto. I don't need to plug it in order for it to show. And that wireless thing is a game changer.
Isn't that what
Is
you
it not
did,
killing your battery
Spence?
though? That's always been the
No,
issue with
no.
wireless CarPlay is it destroys the
No,
battery.
it's
If the
first
screen
of all,
on- if the screen on your-
I still charge it with because I have like a magnetic
Mhm.
wireless charger. So if I really need to charge, I can, but it doesn't.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have the same thing. I bought it about a month and a half ago for the Subaru. It was, I don't know, $39.
Yeah,
And
that's around $40. Yeah.
it just, you get in the car because when you open the door, if it turns the USB port on, so the device comes up, and within a minute of you getting in the car and starting the car, you're connected. And
Yeah. I think time-wise, it's the same time that it was wired.
Yeah.
Like it's not like I'm waiting extra for it or something, but the convenience that it's automatic and like that's awesome.
All right. It's this time of day again. That time. Let's wind it down. Anything else that anybody wants to add?
Enjoy Cyber Monday.
Mm.
Today is probably the cheapest. You can find the best deals today. Tomorrow it's going to go up a little bit.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's all the same for me. Prime Day, this day, that day, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Memorial Day, Labor Day
Monday,
sales.
Monday. Yeah.
All the same.
All right. Well, thanks, Gal. Thanks, Nick. Thank you, Spence and Katie. That was fun. Go eat some more turkey. And good morning, Kathy, Hannah, Nabil, Mac, Norm, Donna, Dina, Mati, Eleanor, Sarid, Yaakov, and Yael. Thank you, everybody, for tuning to Computers 2K Now. We hope you enjoyed and maybe learned something from our time together. Remember to practice safe computing, back up your hard drive, and update your virus scanner. And remember to change any same password wherever you use them. We'll be back here next Sunday, but you can always reach us at computers2know.com. Monday through Friday, 5 to 6 a.m., Nick hosts the Carolina Journal News Hour on WBT 1110 a.m. and 93.3 FM, and it's on YouTube. So just go to YouTube and search for the Carolina Journal News Hour to get the details. And Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 a.m., Nick hosts the Nick Craig Show at nickcraig.com. And again, on YouTube and other places. And you can subscribe and you may get some special goodies. So just go to nickcraig.com and you get all the details. Have a safe week. Enjoy it. And we'll be back together next week. Bye-bye.
You are tuned to the Nissan Communications Network. If you tuned in too late, you can always watch each program in its entirety or download an MP3 audio file of it in the archives section at nissancommunications.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. Sponsored by StreamingGear.com and DeltaForce.net.